So I'm back again, but this time we're gonna talk about top mount refrigerators because we didn't talk about these last time. In our last video, we talked about all the other appliances, but again, we failed to mention top mount refrigerators, so we're gonna cover top mount refrigerators. Now, top mount refrigerators, they're still around. They're kind of a thing of the past. They're almost a relic like me. We've been around for a long time. These appliances, they're tried and true. Most of the time for top mount refrigerators, they're usually going in older homes that the cabinetry at the time, that's what the homes were designed for, so they don't have a whole lot of space to put the bigger, taller, newer refrigerators. So a lot of these go into those type of homes, but most what people buy these for now is for garage refrigerators. And these are fantastic garage refrigerators. Which one's best in a top mount? A top mount's a top mount. I mean, it's really hard to mess up a top mount. It is possible, LG. But other than that, everybody else, it seems that a top mount's a top mount. Again, LG, it goes with their compressor issues. Again, we're hoping that they're fixed, but for the most part, these are fantastic. They're very simple. The technology that's been around forever and a day, there's not much to them. There's compressors, there's condenser fans, there's evaporator fans. The only drawback with these, with any top mount, is where people do put them in garages. All the new refrigerators are mostly computer controlled, which means they monitor both the freezer section and the refrigerator section as far as how cold they are. Well, with this being simple technology, they only care about one thing and one thing only. They want to make sure that this section here is cold. They don't care how cold this gets. They want to make sure this gets cold. So the thermostat is in the refrigerator section and it makes this section cold. So if this needs cold air, by opening it up, it turns the freezer on. The freezer is going to get cold, moves that cold air down into the refrigerator compartment, and then it comes back up the freezer compartment, makes a big loop and keeps it all cold. Well, the problem with these is, let's say we take this refrigerator and we put this in a garage. Now, it's not a problem where we living here in the Southwest, but to everybody else watching this, if you have this, you're in a cold part of the country where it gets, really cold and you have it in your garage, well, if your garage gets 37 degrees or below, this refrigerator, when you set it for the middle setting, it's set for roughly about 37 degrees. If your garage is 37 degrees, why does this refrigerator have to run? Well, it doesn't, because it's cold enough to keep it fine. You're not going to have any heat loss because there's no heat around this for it to lose any heat. So what happens is the refrigerator section says, I'm fine, I'm going to run great, I don't need to turn on. Well, the freezer section up here doesn't have to run either, because this doesn't have to run because the refrigerator's not calling for cold air. Guess what happens? Temperature in the freezer section starts going up to match the refrigerator section. So you come out in the middle of the winter, you pull your stuff out of here, you open it up, you're like, ooh, my ice cream's soft, my orange juice is all squishy and melted, and my ice cream pops are all over the place, That's because this is in a garage. These aren't designed for garages. They're designed to go in your home, unless you buy a refrigerator that's specifically designed to be in your garage, or in this case for Frigidaire, they have what's called a garage kit. And that's something that Servicer has to install on this. And what that does is it puts a warmer actually right by the thermostat inside the refrigerator section. And what it does is that it warms the thermostat up constantly at a very slow rate. So it forces the refrigerator to run at all times. So is it necessary during the winter months? Absolutely. Is it necessary during the summer months? No. Will it make it run a little bit extra during the summer months? Possibly, but is your electric bill going to be that much higher? No. So if you're going to buy one of these for your garage, make sure you get one that's actually garage compatible, so it will work properly in your garage, or make sure you ask for a garage kit to go in them, because if not, you're going to be pretty disappointed. Like I said, we don't have that problem around here. I'll get maybe one, maybe two calls a year when we have our cold snap for our 2 weeks, and then people say my stuff in there's warming up, but after it starts warming up in their garage, it's just fine. But as far as top mounts, get what you like. Look for the features and the functions and everything that you like with it. Other than that, I think you can't go wrong with a top freezer, because they are just a good workhorse of the industry. There's not a whole lot of bells and whistles to break. So that's my opinion on top mount refrigerators. So if you have any comments or any questions, put it below and we'll be happy to answer them.